Hello, everyone. Today, I'd like to talk about something incredibly important, yet often overlooked by society and even by men themselves as we grow older: men's health and quality of life in midlife and beyond. Many of my male friends may not realize that certain everyday physical changes aren't just normal aging. They can actually be early warning signs from your body. As a physician, I want to help you recognize and avoid several common health pitfalls, because doing so may matter far more than any supplement you could take. In my clinical practice, I often see men over 60 struggling with health concerns they've ignored for too long. When it comes to more personal topics, especially those related to intimacy, many choose silence, brushing them off as inevitable consequences of getting older. But this mindset can be dangerous. Yes, our bodies do change with age, hormone levels shift, circulation slows, and the immune system weakens. These shifts affect every part of life, which is why making smart health choices now is more important than ever. Today, I'll walk you through 7 key health risks that middle-aged and older men should be aware of, based on medical research and real-world observations. I'll also share practical strategies to help protect your well-being. And I especially encourage you to pay close attention to point 5, because the psychological and social factors we'll discuss there are often overlooked but deeply impactful. Trap 1. Ignoring early warning signs from your body. The first trap: dismissing all bodily changes as just part of getting older. This is a widespread but risky mistake. Changes related to sexual function, in particular, aren't just signs of aging. They can be early red flags for serious conditions like heart disease, diabetes, or hormonal imbalances. For example, erectile dysfunction, ED, or low libido, are often among the first symptoms of cardiovascular problems or metabolic disorders. Research shows that men with ED have a 50% higher risk of developing heart disease within the next 3 to 5 years. That's not fear-mongering. It's your body telling you something may be wrong with your blood vessels. And if you experience chest tightness, shortness of breath, or rapid heartbeat during intimacy, that's a serious signal to seek medical help immediately. The American Heart Association reports that cardiovascular events during sexual activity aren't rare, especially for men who are inactive or already have heart issues. Key strategies: 1. Regular checkups. All men over 50 should have a full physical at least once a year, including blood pressure, cholesterol, and blood sugar tests. 2. Open communication. Be honest with your doctor about sexual concerns, even if they feel uncomfortable. 30. Lifestyle changes. Just 30 minutes of brisk walking daily can significantly reduce ED risk. Quitting smoking and limiting alcohol are crucial. 4. Medication review. Ask your doctor whether your current medications like blood pressure or antidepressant drugs might affect sexual function. Never stop taking prescribed meds without medical advice. Your health is the foundation of a happy later life. Please take every signal seriously. Trap 2. Rushing into a new relationship due to loneliness. The second trap is entering a new relationship too quickly, driven by emotional loneliness rather than genuine connection. After losing a spouse or retiring, many men feel isolated. To fill that emotional gap, they may rush into a new romantic relationship without truly knowing the other person. And in moments of emotional need, judgment can be clouded, putting you at risk. A colleague once shared a heartbreaking case. A 67-year-old man met a woman online. After a short time, she began asking for money for emergencies, eventually taking over $300,000 before disappearing. In today's digital world, financial scams targeting older adults are rising fast. When loneliness and emotion mix, caution often fades. Statistics show that victims of online dating scams aged 60 plus have tripled in the past 5 years, and over 70% never report it, often out of shame. But there's another hidden danger: Health risks. A university study found that STD, sexually transmitted disease rates among men over 65, have doubled in the last decade. Many assume, I don't have to worry about pregnancy, so they skip protection. That's a dangerous assumption. Older immune systems are more vulnerable, making infections harder to treat and more painful. Key strategies. 1 sign. Stay cautious. Verify identities via video calls before meeting. Always meet in public, and never share financial details early on. 2. Practice safety. No matter your age, condoms are the most effective way to prevent STDs. 3. Get checked. Before starting a new relationship, talk openly about health and consider getting tested together. 4. Manage loneliness. Join clubs. Take up hobbies, volunteer, or stay active. Healthy ways to cope with loneliness protect both your heart and your wallet. True intimacy in later life should be built on trust, safety, and mutual understanding. Trap 3. Blindly relying on unproven drugs or treatments. The third trap? Turning to unproven pills, or so-called miracle cures, to boost sexual performance. The internet is full of ads promising to restore your youth with all-natural supplements. But these products are rarely tested, and their safety is questionable. Faced with the natural decline in sexual function, many men seek quick fixes and end up in danger. Government health agencies report that most cases of severe side effects from illegal, male enhancement, drugs involve men over 65, some leading to heart attacks, strokes, or even death. I once treated a 72-year-old patient who fainted after taking a natural supplement bought online. Lab tests revealed it contained dangerously high levels of sildenafil, the active ingredient in Viagra, which interacted dangerously with his blood pressure medication. Another common mistake? Even with prescribed medications, some men don't follow the dosage. Thinking one pill isn't enough, they double it, putting their lives at risk. ED medications are powerful blood vessel dilators, not vitamins. For men with heart conditions, improper use can be deadly. And over time, psychological dependence on pills can hurt confidence and reduce sexual satisfaction. Key strategies. 1. Chang. Seek professional diagnosis. Don't self-diagnose. Sexual issues may signal other health problems. 2. Follow instructions. Never change your dose without talking to your doctor or pharmacist. 3. Try non-drug approaches, Kegel exercises, quitting smoking, cutting back on alcohol, and better sleep can help. 4. Figmas. Talk to your partner. In later years, intimacy is more about emotional connection than performance. 5.2. Adjust your mindset. Accept natural changes with peace. A healthy sex life comes from a healthy body and mind, not just pills. Remember, true sexual health comes from overall wellness and emotional maturity, not from a bottle. Trap 4. Social isolation and avoiding honest conversations. The fourth trap is withdrawing socially and avoiding open talks about intimacy. After retirement or the loss of a spouse, many men go through a tough adjustment period. Social circles shrink, routines change, and when it comes to sexual concerns, cultural taboos often keep men silent. This silence harms both mental and physical health. Studies confirm that social connection is strongly linked to well-being and even longevity. Men who are socially isolated face a 30% higher risk of heart disease and a 32% higher risk of stroke, greater than the risks from obesity or inactivity. In long-term relationships, poor communication is also a major issue. Many couples think, we're too old to talk about this, and avoid discussing changes in desire or needs. But silence breeds misunderstanding and emotional distance. A mental health expert notes that over half of intimacy issues among older couples could be improved through honest conversation. Key strategies. 1. Rebuild connections. Join community centers. Take adult education classes or volunteer. 2. Learn more. Attend health talks on sexual wellness offered by clinics or senior centers. 3. Start the conversation. Begin by asking how your partner feels, then gently discuss changes in intimacy. 4. Get professional help. Consider seeing a sex therapist or couples counselor if needed. 5. Stay connected. Use video calls, social apps, or phone chats to stay close with family and friends. Breaking the silence is the first step toward a healthier, more fulfilling later life. Trap 5. Suppressing normal needs due to social judgment. The hidden trap. This is perhaps the deepest trap. A quiet struggle shaped by stigma and social pressure, suppressing your emotional and physical needs because of what others might think. I once met a 77-year-old man who, after years of widowhood, found a new partner. He told me his biggest burden wasn't guilt, but the judgment from others. His children disapproved, friends whispered behind his back. He felt ashamed, and their relationship went underground. He's not alone. Surveys show that over 40% of men over 65 suppress their emotional or sexual needs due to social pressure, and that number jumps to nearly 60% among those with children. There's a harmful stereotype that older adults shouldn't be sexual. This outdated view can make people feel guilty for having natural desires. It creates shame, damages self-worth, and harms mental health. And when an older man dates a younger woman, he's often labeled a dirty old man, while she's assumed to be after money, adding stress for both. Key strategies. 1. Refrain your thinking. Needing love, touch, and connection is natural at any age. It's healthy and human. 2. Prioritize yourself. Your happiness and well-being matter. Life is short. Your golden years are precious. 3. Talk to family. Have an honest, respectful conversation with your children. Share your feelings and listen to theirs. 4. Find support. Join support groups for seniors in similar situations. Shared experiences bring comfort. Seek counseling. If judgment weighs heavily, a therapist can help you build inner strength and confidence. Later life is a time for self-fulfillment. Be brave. Be true to yourself. Trap 6. Focusing only on physical performance, not emotional connection. The 6th trap. Putting all the emphasis on physical performance and ignoring emotional intimacy. A 69-year-old man once told me he turned to casual encounters to ease loneliness after retirement, but afterward, he felt emptier than before. He realized what he truly wanted wasn't just physical release, but a meaningful emotional bond. This is a common misunderstanding. Sexuality in later life is different from youth. A study on older men's sexual satisfaction found that emotional closeness contributes far more to overall satisfaction than physical performance. In fact, 73% said emotional connection was the most important part of intimacy. As testosterone declines and physical responses change, it's natural. But if you still measure yourself by youth standards, like duration or hardness, you'll likely feel frustrated and anxious. Experts say unrealistic expectations are one of the biggest barriers to sexual satisfaction in older age. True intimacy isn't just about sex. For long-term partners, holding hands, hugging, massage, and simply sharing quiet moments can bring deeper fulfillment than any physical act. Key strategies. 1. Broaden your view. Sex includes all forms of closeness, touch, eye contact, affection, not just intercourse. 2. Communicate, talk, and listen. Find out what feels good for both of you. Theory. Enjoy the moment. Focus on connection and pleasure, not outcomes. 4. Cherish daily life. Cooking a meal together or walking in the park strengthens emotional bonds. 5. Accept change. Embrace your body as it is. Discover new rhythms and ways to connect. Later life intimacy is a chance for deeper emotional connection, more meaningful than ever. Trap 7. Neglecting overall health management. The seventh and final trap. Overlooking the fact that good sexual health depends on your overall well-being. One 71-year-old patient didn't understand why I told him to start with exercise and diet instead of a pill. But after 3 months of walking daily and eating better, his blood pressure improved, and to his surprise, so did his sexual function. He finally saw sexual health is a reflection of your total health. We call this the whole body approach. Relying only on drugs or quick fixes misses the point. A healthy sex life comes from a healthy body and mind. Studies show that men over 60 who exercise regularly are nearly 40% less likely to have ED. Diets rich in vegetables, fruits, and healthy fats, like the Mediterranean diet, are proven to support sexual health. And don't forget, quality sleep balances hormones. Stress, anxiety, and depression are major turnoffs. So the real path to a joyful later life is comprehensive self-care. Stay active to improve circulation. Eat balanced meals to fuel your body. Sleep well to allow recovery. Manage stress. Talk to someone if you're struggling. Get regular checkups and manage chronic conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure. Remember, your sexual function is a mirror of your overall health. Investing in your whole self is the smartest choice you can make. Summary, facing later life health with wisdom. These are the 7 key points I wanted to share with you today. Avoiding these traps isn't just about physical pleasure, it's about your confidence, your relationships, and your overall quality of life. Growing older isn't the end of intimacy. It's a new chapter 1 that calls for wisdom, openness, and care. With the right knowledge, honest communication, and attention to your total health, you can enjoy deeper, more satisfying connections in your later years. I hope this talk has given you something valuable. If you found it helpful, please share it with someone you care about. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. Wishing you all a healthier, richer, and more joyful life in the years ahead. Thank you.